Hey, so I got me a Kaldheim bundle the day it came out, which is over a week ago now. And my brother decided, I'm not enthusiastic enough, so he sent me this pre-release pack and a couple of draft boosters besides, and what do you know, he knows me better than anyone. Now I'm fired up. Now see, I opened up the pre-release pack first to see what the stamped card is, and it's Cosima, God of the Voyage. 2 in a blue, legendary god. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can exile it. If you do, whenever a land ETB is under your control, if Cosima is exiled, you may put a voyage counter on it. If you don't, return it to the battlefield. X11 counters on it, draw X cards, where X is the number of voyage counters on it. So for 3, you could potentially, play this on turn 3 and let it cook for a few rounds, and you're probably good to go. But I actually did a whole other video, and I totally spaced on the fact that this is a modal double face card. So you can also play it as the Omen Keel for 1 in a blue, 3/3 vehicle, crew 1. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play lands from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled, which is bonkers. It's like they decided milling for blue just wasn't good enough. But anyway, what's interesting about these things, because I've been focusing on Commander a lot lately, it's a legendary creature, so, you can use this as your commander, but when it comes out of the command zone, you can choose either face to play it. So that's interesting. Commander tax applies both ways, though. So be careful. Once it hits the battlefield, it doesn't flip or transform or anything. So another nice thing about it is when it goes back to the command zone, when you bring it back out again, you can choose the other side if you want. So real nice. I like it. So like I said, I had actually already cracked some packs. But first, my brother also sent me some loose cards, which, this Reliquary Tower Commander staple. It's a land, no max hand size, add colorless. Cool, awesome. And Radiant Sarah Archangel with 7 for 6/4 flying. Tap another untapped creature you control with flying. It gains protection from the color of your choice till end of turn. So if you're putting this in an angel deck, which I will, then if you've got a bunch of token angels around, I don't know if there's an angel that doesn't have flying, so I don't know. That thing's going to be tough to beat. So, also he sent me Modern Horizons? I think that's the Planeswalker Sarah. So, much thanks for that. Now, there were a few things in Pack 1 that really stood out to me. Particularly this. Fellow Ice Shaper's an uncommon. Keep that in mind. 1 red-green. Legendary Snow Creature Troll Warrior. So the warrior bit fits in your party. They're still keeping that mechanic going. For 3 and tap it, create a colorless snow artifact token named Icy Manolith with tap, add 1 mana of any color. This thing creates mana rocks. That is bonkers. Ugh, alright. And there are cards that let you untap snow permanents, so you could theoretically, do more than 1 in a given turn. So, yeah, this thing, it's legendary. It can be your commander, so I'm liking it already. But for 8, you can tap it, look at the top 4 cards, cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. In random order. There we go. So, you gotta wait till round 8 unless you got crazy mana ramp going, which I do in red and green. So, if you're playing Commander, you drop those big 8, 10, 12 drops in there, you could get lucky and hit one. So, if you're ramping effectively, you could on turn 4 or 5 have Spella out and then hit its 8 drop. That's a closer right there. That is definitely going in some decks. There are a few good ones in here also, but the other one of note, I guess I'm thinking Gruul for this set personally. Magda Brazen Outlaws, 1 in red, legendary dwarf berserker. Other dwarfs get 1/0. Nice. This is the rare, by the way. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. So treasure tokens are, what is it? You get to sacrifice them and add 1 mana of any color. They're artifacts. They do a lot of different nifty things if you use them correctly. But sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon card, put that card on the battlefield, shuffle. So, let's say you wait to play Magda. And there's a bunch of cards that make treasures in this set. And recent sets, come to think of it. If you're playing Commander, you could load up, have a treasure deck, I guess. But you bring that thing out, if you got 5 treasures, there's no summoning sickness on Magda for her static ability. So you can bring her out, sack 5 treasures, bam, there's a dragon. Bam, there's an artifact. So just that is a really good card. So my brother, he knows what he's doing. My snow land was a snow-covered island, so I'm hoping for, I don't know, pretty much anything else. Actually, there was like 3 lands in that booster. 2 of them were specialty ones, and I like it when lands do crazy stuff because, I mean, obviously you don't spend mana to bring them out, so that's always fun. What's this? Okay, this thing was on top. Don't normally see tokens on top. Focus. Come on, wake up, you. Okay, so if you get this bad boy, I don't know what creates the replicated ring, but it's a mana rock. There's a ton of mana rock type things in this particular set too. And if you like mana ramp, and I do, hello, Snowland Island Swamp. Ice Tunnel enters tapped, but wow, that, ooh. Not only does it generate blue or black, it generates snow. So, if I'm playing any particular decks with blue going on there, it's all right. I think the cards in this booster were packed upside down, so I didn't see what the rare was yet. I saw that it was there, so I flipped them over. Warhorn Blast is 4 and a white. It's an instant. Creatures you control get 2/1 till end of turn. Foretell 2 and a white. So Foretell's one of the new mechanics where basically it's like Morph. You drop it for 2 face down, and everybody else is sweating like, "Oh, what do you got? What's going to come out?" This is an instant, so anytime you spent 2 and a white after that, you bring it out and it kicks in. So that's nice. This, I guess they couldn't have called it layaway, but then I don't know how many people know what layaway is anymore. But that's a concept I take from it. Roots of Wisdom, 1 green sorcery, mill 3, return a land card or elf card. Anything that makes mana, basically. From your graveyard to your hand. If you can't, draw a card. Yeah, all right. I like it. I'm not going to marry it like it, but, it's pretty good. Run amok. 1 and a red. It's an instant. Target attacking creature gets 3/3 and trampled till end of turn. I love cards like this in red. Because it's like, oh no, you're going to kill my creature. Boom. Oh, my 2/2 is now a 5/5 with trample. Sucks to suck. All right. Giant Ox, classic. 1 and a white for a 0/6. Cruise vehicles using its toughness rather than its power. I get it. You hook them up to the Giant Ox, it drags them along. That's clever. If I'm playing vehicles, that's going in. That's definitely a keeper right there. 2 and a green. Notvold Recluse. It's a spider. Tribute to my brother. 4/2 reach. Nothing too crazy there. 4/2 reach for 3, though. That's not bad. That's aggressively costed. So we got Skull Raid. 3 black sorcery, discard 2. Fewer than 2 cards are discarded this way. You draw cards equal to the difference. All right, target opponent discards 2. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Got Foretell for 1 black. Note how the Foretell cost and the 2 colorless always seem to... It totals up into whatever it is you're going to end up with. So that's 3 and a black when you combine all the things you pay for Foretell. So that's why I call it layaway. It's like you're getting a down payment on it. All right. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. For 2 and a green anyway, it's an instant. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. There's a lot of things that thing does. All right. That is, I can see it taking the 3 spot. The deck. Iron Verdict for 2 and a white deals 5 damage to target tapped creature. But, check this out. It's only, so you're paying the 2, but the Foretell is only the 1 white that's left over. So that thing can be the sword of Damocles the whole game. You can just leave it out there. And then at the last possible minute, see, here's how I would use it. Some creature, I mean, you block it, and maybe your creature dies, and let's say they got a 7/7 and you deal 4 damage to it. So now it's a 7/3 till end of turn. You hit Iron Verdict with the Foretell, it's gone. So just when that other player's feeling all like excited about himself and life's going good, you're just like, Iron Verdict. And then next thing you know, he's crying, you're laughing. This is why we play Magic. 4 and 2 blue, run ashore. It's an instant, choose 1 or both. Owner of target non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Okay. I mean, okay. You can target yourself too, I'm assuming. Which means you got a poor man's flicker going on there. You got creatures with ETBs, you put it back on the top of your library, you know it's going to hit the next turn. Unless your opponent mills you, which they might, because mill is a huge thing in this now. Or you can return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I mean, that's a bunch of different value going on there, so were I to play blue, I might actually slot that in the 6th spot. Demon Bolt is 2 and a red. Ooh, I like that artwork. Deals 4 damage, target creature planeswalker, Foretell for a red. So, I mean, nothing complicated there. Ooh, sagas are back, binding the old gods. Now, that artwork, apparently they had woodcutters do that. That's like a picture of an actual wood carving. All right, you put a saga out and you get I guess it's a saga lore counter. There it is. Yeah, it is. You drop that bad boy out after you draw a step and as it enters. So you get the 1 thing, which is destroy target non-land permanent. Ooh, that's dirty. For 2 of black and a green. That's the rare, that's why. Next turn you get search your library for a forest, put it on tap, shuffle. And then turn 3, creatures you control getting death touch till end of turn. And then you sack binding the old gods. Unless you flicker it back to your hand, which, you know, good times. But, all right. What's this all about? Frost Pyre, Arcanist. It's a giant wizard, 2/5 for 5. Costs 1 less to cast if you control a giant or wizard. Ooh, a whole 1 less. When an ETB, search for an instant or sorcery card with the same name as a card in your graveyard. So this card is basically functionally useless in Commander. But if you're playing Standard, I guess it's got some good things going on there. I'm not going to... Draugr's Helm. That's why I've been playing Skyrim again. Okay. Is an equipment for 1 in the black. An ETBs, you can pay 2 in the black. If you do... Get a 2/2 zombie berserker creature token and attach Draugr's Helm to it. Creature gets 2/2, has menace. So that all adds up. So we're talking 3 and 2 black. you essentially get a 4/4 zombie berserker with menace. Equip 4 otherwise. So, alright. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm wondering if I screwed up and said that other thing was a... There's something going on with the lighting here at the lair. Finding the old gods is in fact... I guess that's uncommon? I can't really tell. I need to make these things bigger for us old farts. Alright. Well, I got another saga, and this is definitely rare. Bears of Lityara. 1 green, blue. Turn 1, you get a blue shapeshifter token with changeling. 2, you get a number of target shapeshifters you control at base power toughness 4/4. 3, choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater you control deals damage. Oh my god. Alright, this thing goes out on the battlefield. That is your target. Oof. So, it's basically, it's not even a fight. It's like hold them down and give them a wedgie. Anyway, there's some interesting mechanics in this particular set. I'm looking forward to creating a commander deck based strictly off Kaldheim. I don't know, hope this was informative, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks again to my brother.